Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to be doing a quick review for Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. So, I think this is a really cool film. This is a 2017 space opera film by Luc Besson, and this film is pretty cool. It starts out in like the 19 maybe 60s or 70s, and they're showing I think they're American astronauts working on the space station. Um, and then eventually there's other nations that join, and they start building this huge space station. And eventually all these other races of people from other planets, across the galaxy, start to come. They hear of this city Alpha, and they all start coming and forming alliances. It's really cool to see all those alien people in the beginning, and they're all they're all meeting each other. And so eventually, um, Alpha is they've kind of gotten where to they've kind of gotten where they need it to be, to where they are kind of sustainable, so they can actually leave like Earth's atmosphere, um, Earth's like orbit basically, and then there's basically a few hundred years that pass, I believe, until we come to like the present, the present day, and we meet Valerian, and he wakes up from the simulation, and previously, um, well, right before he wakes up, we see these aliens, these mule people of the planet Mule, and they're living in peace and harmony on their planet. It's this beautiful planet with lots of sand and these giant white seashells and these beautiful pearls. It's like a paradise, but all that comes to an end when these giant ships start falling from the sky and destroying their planet. And then, yeah, back to when we meet Valerian, we see him right after the princess from Mule dies, and she sends out this big giant wave, and then that's when Valerian wakes up from his simulation. We're introduced to him and Loreline, and their relationship is it's great throughout the movie. It's just like rocky. I mean, it's not a great relationship, obviously, but it's entertaining. You can tell they've been on and off, and he's a womanizer, and she's kind of sick of it, but she still likes him. So you have that whole dynamic, which is pretty cool, and that's the it's the soap opera part of it. And so they're tasked with getting this converter from this not arms dealer, but black market dealer. I guess he could deal arms also. And that scene is so cool because he has to go into a different dimension. He's got this box on his arm, and he needs that to be in the dimension where he needs to get it. So it's kind of confusing, but it's also super cool. And they complete their mission, and they take it back to Alpha, and they're told that there's this dead zone where there's communications are out, it's toxic, and every time they send a team in, they got to figure out what's going on. And so actually, the commander's kidnapped, and you know Valerian has to go retrieve him. It's super cool when he uses the armor function on his suit, and he goes to get the commander, and he uses his gun to like shoot this hard light substance that he can step on. It's super cool, and him and Loreline basically are able to rescue the commander, but we find out that the mule people were actually basically refugees because the commander ordered an attack against another warring nation or faction or whoever it was that destroyed the mule's home planet, even though he knew there was life on that planet. And so the mule just wanted the converter so they could start life again because they had a pearl, and that's what they need to basically start over again. They don't want vengeance. They don't want to keep anyone as a prisoner. They just want to go and start new and have a new life. And that's basically it. I thought it was pretty good. The mule people were forgiving. They were kind, and they were benevolent. And yeah, it's a great ending to Valerian's or yeah, Valerian's story and the mule people. So that's basically it. Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. I thought it was a pretty good movie. It's fun. It's adventurous, nice visuals. Some good humor in there. Some nice banter between Dane DeHaan's Valerian and Cara Delevingne's Laureline. So um, that's basically like a review for Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. It's a good movie in my opinion, and I think you should definitely check it out if you're into sci-fi.